just kind of talk. You're the only one that I think of among my drugs.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to episode 7 of The Comeback. If this is your first time to my channel, then welcome. My name is Nikki Font, and I'm obsessed with everything fitness and wellness. I started this comeback series on my YouTube channel 7 weeks ago, where I invested in a nutrition coach to become the best version of myself. The reason that the series is called The Comeback is because last year I had a breast augmentation, and it ended up putting me out about 4 months from the gym, and I just feel like I kind of lost myself in that. I wasn't able to weight train, and I essentially lost that perfect routine that I was in that really made me feel like the best version of myself at the time. So this comeback series is essentially just me retaking charge of my life, finding that perfect balance of my nutrition and my fitness routine, and just consistently showing up for myself and pushing myself every single day to become the best version of myself. And so far, over the last 7 weeks, it has been a lot of trial and error with my nutrition coach, balancing both my macros and my workout plan, but I've been loving the journey, and that is the most important part. What I've learned over the last 5 years of lifting is that your progress is always going to be like this. It's never going to be perfectly linear, but the beauty of the journey is that it's constantly changing, and you're constantly showing up for yourself and pushing those boundaries to make yourself uncomfortable to really set you up for success. And this applies to everything in life, not just fitness, but when you find that perfect routine with your fitness and your nutrition, it translates into your day-to-day life. You're gonna have more energy, which is gonna allow you to show up for your friends, your family, and your loved ones. You're gonna become more productive in your day-to-day, whether that's with work, having a better morning routine, hanging out with your friends, or just doing the hobbies that you enjoy. And you're gonna look so good. When you find a fitness outlet that you're passionate about, the body's gonna follow that. You can't force yourself to go to the gym and consistently overwork your body and not recover properly and really enjoy the journey to be able to achieve your dream physique. You have to enjoy the fitness journey that you're on, and that's when that beautiful dream body follows. To update those of you who have been around since episode 1 of the comeback series, my initial goal with my nutrition coach was to drop 5 pounds. I wanted to essentially regulate my body, get used to my maintenance calories being in a slight deficit, while also just trying to get myself to manage the workout split that I was on and get in the habit of tracking my macros every single day and eating as perfectly as I can on that meal plan. After the first week of the comeback series, I ended up dropping around 3 pounds. That just melted off my body right away, but then several weeks after that, I found myself just teetering around 1 to 2 pounds for 3 to 4 weeks, and it was getting kind of frustrating. So then my coach decided to up my macros a little bit last week, putting me more at a maintenance calories rather than a calorie deficit, and I ended up dropping the rest of the weight. I've dropped a total of 4.8 pounds so far, and we're just gonna call it there since we're so close to the 5, but now we're going to alter my meal plan. So for this week and moving forward, we're gonna put me into a slight calorie surplus, and this is gonna be the fun part where now I'm gonna be focusing on becoming the strongest version of myself in the gym. So now I'm really gonna be putting an emphasis on growing my glutes, and I haven't been in a slight calorie surplus or a bulk in a very long time, and this is something that I'm so excited for because we're going into the winter season, which makes me feel like I can really channel that winter arc. But even if I do get a little bit fluffy and gain a little bit more fat on my body, we're gonna be in winter anyways, so it's sweater weather. I can wear pump covers, sweatpants, hoodies into the gym. So I'm just mentally preparing myself that if I happen to end up feeling any form of insecurities along this calorie surplus part of the journey, I can just cover up in the gym. And I know that it's very easy to lose that weight because all I have to do is go into a calorie deficit when the time comes in a couple of months. So now what my nutrition journey is looking like is I'm in a slight calorie surplus going into a clean bulk. It's essentially just going to be the same exact foods that I've been eating over the last 7 weeks, but I'm going to be eating a little bit more of all of those foods. I'm feeling really confident about this mini bulk. It's been 3 days of being in that calorie surplus, and I feel like my body, specifically my stomach, is actually leaning out more than it was in the deficit. I feel like being in that deficit and doing so much gym cardio, weightlifting, steps, and all of that combined, I feel like I was overworking my body and under replenishing my body. So now that I'm in a slight calorie surplus, I feel like my body's getting everything that it needs. I have actually a lot more energy than I thought I was gonna have. And now one of my main focuses on the weeks moving forward is just really trying to prioritize my rest and my recovery. So getting a full 8 hours of sleep per night, just being more mindful about what time I put myself into bed, and also limiting my screen time before bed. I want to make sure that I can rest properly, because when you're sleeping and you get that deep sleep, that's when your body rebuilds the most. So if I really want to grow my glutes, I need to prioritize my sleep, make sure that I'm hitting all of my macros, and also really push myself in the gym. So this is going to be a really fun part in my journey, where in next week's video, I'm going to show you guys a full week of workouts. So all of the workouts that I do Monday through Saturday, what my cardio is looking like, what my steps are looking like, and what my workouts inside of the gym are looking like. I'm going to be really pushing my weight, trying to really increase my strength while also putting on as much muscle as I can, putting that food to work, and hopefully getting all that beef, rice, oats, and bread to go to my glutes. So with that being said, if you guys notice, I did a little outfit change. So I'm going to film some content for Vitality. If you guys are in the market for some new activewear, I'm working with both Vitality and Alphalete very closely, and they're both doing amazing Black Friday sales. They're both live right now. So for Alphalete, I don't even know what's going to be left because their stuff sells so quickly because the sale's insane. But Alphalete's Black Friday sale goes up to 80% off. If you guys use my code Nikki, NIKKI at checkout, it will save you an additional 10% off. And then for Vitality, they got some really cute activewear out there. And what I love about Vitality is that if you have a little bit bigger of a chest like me, I'm a chest size D, they actually have really good coverage in their tank tops and in their sports bras and just basically all of their activewear. So Vitality is a newer brand to me, but I'm absolutely loving everything that I've been getting from them. I'm currently wearing, I believe it's a Cloud 2 tank, and everything that I've gotten from Vitality so far has been true to size. So I get my true size medium, and they're doing a sale for Black Friday that I believe is 60% off of the website, and my code Nikki10, so NIKKI10, will save you additional money at checkout as well. I'm gonna show you guys some of the photos of the food that I've been eating and just kind of lay it all out for you of what my meal plan is looking like. I start off with my morning vitamins, and then I have 27 grams of rolled oats with 8 grams of honey and 32 grams of almond butter, 1 chomp stick, 100 grams of any fruit of choice, 5 ounces of chicken breast, 140 grams of white rice, and 70 grams of veggies, 1 slice of sprouted bread with 32 grams of almond butter, 11 grams of jelly, essentially a PB&J, 5 ounces of steak, 140 grams of white rice, and 75 grams of veggies, 2 servings of Trader Joe's olive oil popcorn, and then my oat milk latte with honey and cinnamon. So with that being said, I'm gonna finish up some content for Vitality, and then I'm gonna go hit the gym and then meet up with my brother at the coffee shop later. If you've been staying up to date with my YouTube videos, you may have noticed that I did a buy last week. I did not do an upload last week. So not only was I super busy last week, but Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I just had the worst headache. I was super congested, and I literally could not get myself to film. I was just in rare form. So I just decided to listen to my body and to take that time off from filming. I also didn't want to like force myself to film a video that wasn't up to my creative par. So I just decided to take the week off. But needless to say, we are back in the swing of things. I'm feeling a lot better today. If you could tell, I still kind of sound a little bit congested, but I feel like everything has like left my body. I just am in the final stages of the healing process from being sick. But that's also a beauty of the journey, is that it's about the journey. It's not about the finish line. Once you get to your goal, there should always be another goal that you have in mind that you're going to continue working towards. You should never settle, because then you may plateau. You should never get comfortable, because then there's no more room for growth. So always stay in that little uncomfortable state where you're always pushing yourself to be 1% better and to continue growing in your day-to-day life. I do have some very exciting personal life updates for you guys. I will be sharing it later in this video, so make sure that you stick around, because it's going to be something that you will all enjoy watching the content that's soon to come with that announcement. And my last bit of motivation for you is that if you're feeling down, or you're not feeling motivated, or you feel like you're in a slump, it's about the discipline. Today I could have taken another rest day off because my body was still not feeling 100%, but fake it till you make it. I freshened up, I put a little bit of makeup on, I slicked my hair back, I put on a cute gym fit, I cleaned my room, I meal prepped my food, I made it out to the gym, and now the snowball is already rolling, so let's keep it into effect and let's continue seeing how many things that I can accomplish for the day. Alright, enough chit chat, let's get into the gym. Alrighty, so I just finished the push day and I also did my 25 minutes at the Stairmaster, which felt really good considering it's been kind of hard for me to breathe the last couple of days because I told you guys I was like getting over a cold. I felt great. I feel like it flew by, which was great news because I had been dreading it for the last couple days. Hopefully I'm on the comeback from being sick and kind of being in a funk and everything, but like I said before, discipline over motivation, so we got it done. Now I'm eating my meal prep. Some of you guys have been asking me on Instagram where these meal preps are from. It's called Nutrition by Cass and it's in Orange County, California. So I think she's like her own business. It's not like, so if you live in another state, I don't think that you'll be able to get your hands on these meals. She does local deliveries and I get these for like Sunday through Wednesday and then I cook the rest of my food from like Thursday through Sunday. And I love these meals. They're always kind of in a rotation. They fit my macros perfectly. So it's really good to kind of just like shut my brain off and grab a meal and then get out of the house when I'm kind of in a hurry. But yeah, today we have like this Tuscan chicken with asparagus and potato. So without further ado, let's go to the coffee shop. Oh, I also want to make a note that no one really talks about how you lose all of your upper body strength after you get like a breast augmentation. And it's been exactly a year, literally to the day, that I got my surgery. And a year later, now, I'm like just cranking out push-ups again. It took me so long to get comfortable with the movement and then to have to rebuild all that strength, but muscle memory is such a thing. So this is your sign, your motivation that if you've fallen out of the gym for a really long time and you feel like you've gotten weaker, you feel lost or like you don't even remember how to do certain movements, trust me, just try to do them and do them for like a couple of weeks and your body has muscle memory and you're gonna snap back just like that. The strength will come with time and repetition and just continuing to show up to the gym, but it's such a rewarding feeling when you re-accomplish something that you lost touch with for so long. Okay, so we just freshened up. I took a little shower and I'm at Logan's now. We're gonna go to our new apartment. We're gonna be moving in at the end of this month. So we're just basically doing some finalizing things in there and like making sure that there's no damages or anything like that. Also measuring the space because there's some things that I wanna like build in our office, which I think is gonna be really awesome to take you guys along the journey for. And I'll give you guys a little outfit check. No, you stay. This top is from Vitality. It's like one of their basics tanks, which is super comfortable. And then these bottoms are from Outfleet. They decided to wait to drop them until December, but they're their wide leg pants. So if you guys shop at Honor at all, you know, like their wide leg pants, this is Outfleet's version, which are really, really good. So stay tuned for more info on that. And then this is Logan's jacket that I just wore over top with my little New Balances. What do we got going on here?
Well, All Saints. Well, today.
Today's a gift. Don't you forget it.
We got the, I think, Boohoo Man jeans. The Air Forces. Frontal.
Side. Back.
Woo! This is your own sneak peek.
I sense a lot of cooking in the near future.
Lots of cooking.
For you.
Meal prep. For muscles.
Okay, one more sneak peek. Logan's been teaching Halo a new trick. It's the bunny.
Sit like a bunny.
Sit like a bunny.
Up. Stay. Stay. Good.
That was so good! Oh my gosh! The fact that she learned that like the other day, that's crazy.
Shows how good of a trainer I am.
Good job! Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Just saying.
Someone's a happy boy. Can't drink it out of the can.
I need a good ice machine.
We do need a good ice machine.
Full balls.
100%. A little something to take off the edge.
I wish I had a cold glass.
That's okay. You can put ice in it.
But then it might lose
It's carbonation. It's bubbles.
it's gonna lose its.
Shock and awe factor. Well, we have you fooled because if you thought that that was something to take off the edge. This is something to take off the edge. Just a plate of fries, a chocolate milkshake, and 2 double doubles animal style.
Delicious?
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Yummy.
Now we put on our favorite show. One
Tree
Tree Hill.
Hello.